Let's go, Sel.
Let's go.
Man, how should Baker feel about Odell's drama?
He got to be hella upset. Another word I can't say on mic right now that I'd rather say than that. Beyond P.O.'d on this one. This is the worst time in Baker's career to turn the lights on. You imagine that? Like, hold on. You just sitting there in the dark. If you're Baker Mayfield right now, your team's 500. You're not playing that well. Contract year time. It's time to get paid. I'm supposed to be the franchise quarterback. We are not improving. And then somebody just shines the light on, walks in the room, boom, fully undressed, and somebody just barges in. You're like, not right now. And if I'm Baker Mayfield, I'm like, dog, I don't need this right now. We don't need this right now. We're becoming unglued when we need to come together with some glue. And how did this come unglued? Because of my teammate's daddy. Yo, daddy? Like, first of all, I know my opponents when I play football. My opponents, my first one is myself. I got to get beyond all my doubts. Got to get beyond all my physical limitations and issues, my mental health and those limitations and issues. I got to get past all that before I can even show the best version of Baker Mayfield. Then I start looking for people with different colors on the field. Where they at? Because now I'm fully loaded and I'm about to go get them. Then after that, I got to put a little something to the side for my family who's going to be asking for too many damn tickets, wanting money every month, blah, blah, blah. The media. Oh, all right, y'all opponent, because I said this and y'all took it here, and I need to get some media training to make sure my message is concise. You know your opponents when you play pro football. Do you ever imagine that one of them is going to be your teammate's daddy? Whew. Imagine Odell Beckham Sr. Hey, Odell, somebody, first of all, he posted this video. Somebody else made this video, so Baker, be careful now. You don't get too mad at Odell Beckham Sr. or Jr. because somebody else out there got a red dot on you as well. Someone else made an 11-minute video on Baker Mayfield. But Odell Beckham Sr. said, Odell, open up his flip phone. How you post? Is post and sin the same thing, bro? Like he don't even know what he's doing. How do you, horizontal, vertical? You do it. And Odell may not have done it or not. He may have done it. I don't know. But I know that this is a sad situation to turn the lights on and see Baker Mayfield undressed like this. Now, he looked like a man that cried, and it's okay to cry. And I tell you, when I cry and when I see Baker Mayfield in this moment, I can see why he cried, because he hates this as a reality. Nothing more disturbing than you to be in the moment you don't want to be in, and you still got to fight through it. Now, how is he going to fight through it? He can't fight through it with the guy that even caused it. They haven't even talked yet. How you gonna post a video, your daddy post a video of me, and you ain't even had the courtesy to apologize? Not because you did something wrong, but because you see how it affected me. That's the second level of apology and maturity that I hope Odell Beckham Jr. gets to. Point being, if I'm Baker Mayfield, I'm P.O., bro. This ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah, man, if I'm Baker Mayfield, I'm livid, big dog. Yeah. I'm livid because you sent your daddy to do something you could have done.
Hey.
And, man, whether you sent him or not, he arrived. And you know what they say, don't come for me if I ain't sent for you. That's what they be saying now. Don't send your daddy to do something you could have done. That's the first read.
Yeah.
And the reason you shouldn't send your daddy to do something you could have done, because now my hands are tied.
Say it.
What's Baker going to do? Baker can't go back and attack Odell's daddy, because now Baker's a bad guy. Now all of a sudden Odell got beef with Baker. Real beef.
Beef.
Let's handle this type of beef. I look at it like this, Sel. There are jurisdictions in life, state, local, federal, jurisdictions. Everybody has to operate within their jurisdiction. Imagine a campus police officer trying to pull you over on the interstate. But if you don't go write you a ticket on campus, imagine that. They are passing their jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham's dad is a fan. Yeah. His jurisdiction is fandom.
Ooh.
Athletes are players. Their jurisdiction is being a player. Coach's jurisdiction, it crosses over to being a coach and also dealing with their players. But if your jurisdiction is being a fan, then only speak within the realm of your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
After the Browns lost to the Chargers, Baker Mayfield's wife spouted up. She did. And she said to all the fans that are being critical of Baker Mayfield, it's not on Baker. Because Baker Mayfield's wife, Emily, she resided and spoke within her jurisdiction, because a fan can go at a fan. But as soon as you, Odell Beckham's dad, fan, goes at a player, you've now crossed the boundary of your jurisdiction. And what can Baker Mayfield do in response to that? So now Baker got to go up on the podium.
Uh-oh.
Nah, man, I'm not upset. You know, I'm surprised, but I'm not upset. we've had conversations man to man, face to face. So if this wasn't a conversation face to face, then it wasn't man to man. So what you saying it was? No sexist here, but I'm just doing a little deduction. So Baker Mayfield is clearly upset.
Hell yeah, he is.
Should be.
Yeah, he should be hot 100, as I used to say. Hot 100. Boy, I got so many notes on here. I need to shoot from the hip, but also these notes just give me support. Do you know that Odell Beckham Sr. doubled down on it? Actually gave a shout out to the guy who created the video and said father first, hashtag or something like that. Damn it. I don't know what I would do, dog. Like, you're dealing with my creation. You're dealing with something that you don't even know how many countless hours I invested into this junior of Odell Beckham. And it became great. And of late, it's not been great. And through simple deduction, it seems like there's only one culprit. You, Baker Mayfield. So what am I supposed to do? I raised the boy to become a man, and I was supposed to let him be a man, but I ain't gonna ever go to a point where somebody could ride on my son. Hell no. MJ, anybody. If I'm Odell Beckham Sr. to Jr., I look at that. But let's talk this layer. Because I don't think enough is said about relationships in football and how relationships translate onto the resume. Now, if you look in the dictionary, what comes first, resume or relationships? Damn, you slow. Hurry up, University of Texas. Yes. People always think it's
prep this.
Well, I mean, it's called prep, like go to school, like third grade, R-E-L-R-E-S. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, all these notes is fooling you. You're a nut. Here's the thing. In the real world, how about this? Everybody walks around with their resume. Remember the old school when you used to have your resume and sitting there? Hello, come on in, Karen, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Relationships. Hey, just call Charlie. And skip the line in that respect, right? Relationships before resume. Let's make that translate into football because relationships matter before even a resume. Odell Beckham's great. Baker Mayfield's young, but supposed to be great because he's a #1 overall pick. It should work out, right? And it doesn't work out. Here's your example. In Dallas, Tony Romo. Who was his bestie? Jason Witten. I was there. Jason Witten, Tony Romo, inseparable. On and off the field. On the field, here's more targets. Here's more targets. Jason Witten wasn't running nowhere fast, even though he was amazing. But that ball was everywhere you go, bestie. Here you go. And took care of him. Des Bryant got to the mix and was like, can I get some of that? Yeah, here you go, Des. And then Dak showed up, and they had a different issue, kind of more Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr. Now we're here. Odell and Baker don't have a great relationship. Now, Odell's sitting there like, I got a great resume and trying to hand that to Baker, and Baker like, dog, because we're not that cool, I guarantee it translates to 2 or 3 fewer targets per game. I'm just not checking for you because I'm not checking for you off the field. So I'm not checking for you on the field. You think Pops ain't peeping game? Pops don't know how to play like his son, but he can see game better than his son. Like, wait a minute, dog. You taking this out on my son in some form or capacity. So when you talk about what's out of bounds, Odell Beckham Sr. posting about your son's teammate, I think he felt entitled because he see what's out of bounds as well. Their relationship has bled onto the field where it's undermining his son's greatness.
But you know how it goes, Sal. Oftentimes they be like, bruh, get your house in order, man. Odell Jr., get your house in order, big dog.
Yeah.
With your daddy, first off, why your daddy on Instagram?
Don't do that.
In all honesty.
Well, then I should get off because MJ's his friends are
You're getting to that point. Okay, you're embarrassing your daughter, Marcellus. Log off and stop posting shirtless pictures. First off, why Pop's on the gram? Secondly, why Pop's on the gram talking about me?
Oh.
Like, that's really what it is. Why is Pops on the gram talking about me? Odell, get your house in order. If I'm Baker Mayfield, that's what I'm feeling.
Oh, you saying that?
That's what I'm saying. The other thing is, man, if you really got issues, come to me. Like, let's go ahead and squash this. Honestly, here's what I think it is. I haven't said it yet, but here's what I really think it is. I think there's envy and I think there's jealousy.
Yes! I got that here. Let's go.
From Odell to Baker.
Oh, no. Let's go.
So you got the other way.
I got the way.
We're going to go.
We about to go.
Baker is in, Odell Beckham signs a $95 million shoe contract. Unheard of with Nike. Remember, he signed a $95 million shoe contract. Odell's in New York. Odell's a megastar. Y'all know this. He at the Met Gala. He's everywhere.
He that dude.
Odell Beckham is in commercials with the likes of Eli Manning. Y'all remember 2015, that whole little ballet pirouette commercial. Odell goes to Cleveland. No commercials. loses to superstardom, cuts his hair. All of a sudden, Baker in commercials, about 5 of them, with somebody else, his wife. Not only that, Baker's now in commercials with offensive linemen, and not even Odell Beckham. So Odell goes to Cleveland, and he's not even the biggest star on the team anymore. That does something to your psyche. I've been in them locker rooms where one dude shows up with the Bentley and the other dude shows up with the Rolls Royce.
Yes.
And the Rolls Royce, although the Bentley is nice, the Rolls got that Bentley on lock now, especially if it's that convertible top. So I think Odell goes from being that dude in New York. He shows up to Cleveland where there is a greater dude than him, a first-round pick that's already galvanized the fan base, already really been a very polarizing figure on hella commercials, and Odell now is losing his shine and is looking at Baker like, you the reason I lost my shine. I think there's a lot of envy and jealousy going on just from the outside in.
Yes, that is a deep layer. Let me stay on that, and then I'll get back to what you said about house in order. I looked at it completely the opposite way, and I'm not going to say I'm right because you had a very challenging argument on your side. I think Odell, the superstar, and Baker Mayfield, the young rookie who came in entitled, and look, afforded that entitlement because you're the #1 overall pick. Good Lord, if I was the #1 overall pick, I'll be looking at you peasants and just giving you crumbs on my team, right? You're just thinking like, yo, I'm the dude. And he's playing quarterback. I think Baker Mayfield walked in wanting what Odell already had. Odell is losing that. Odell's on the top of the hill. It's like, yo, Baker, me and you going to work together. I'm going to stay up here. You join me up here. I think Baker looked at it more like, nah, Odell, you come on down here. Make it easier for me to get up there if you come down. Crabs in the bucket. This is why I know it. I remember seeing in college Baker Mayfield doing, I don't know what these kids do. Yeah, and all that stuff, right? All that, yeah, and all that. Like, first of all, that ain't dancing. I don't know what the hell. Rhythmic, spazzing. Like that ain't dancing. But anyway, I remember seeing that. And I was like, oh, that's dope. That's dope. But I know Odell already doing that on the biggest stage. I see Baker Mayfield spazzing on sidelines, first down, doing all this stuff, antics. Then I see that's already happening on the bigger stage. Somebody kicking nets and doing crazy stuff. So I think Odell was sitting there doing something that he was authentically being, and Baker was like, I'm being authentic, but I want to be that. So when he gets together with him, we don't have that cool relationship. I don't know what happened, but be real, in the locker room. There's a dude who stunts with his jewelry. Like every day I got to show up with another one, right? If someone else walks in the locker room trying to say, hey, let me take the crown now, I got this, they feel a certain way about it. They start competing on who got the most jewels. Same with the partier, the one who, yo, this club, this lounge, oh, I got the homegirls. Then somebody else stunt. Then you be like, yo, Wiley got them too. Then you start seeing them compete. I think Odell was already in the space that Baker wanted to occupy in terms of cachet. And nobody else on that team had the cachet and the means to do it. It can't be
Jarvis, can't be Chubb.
I'm looking, I'm scanning.
Garrett doesn't have the
He ain't got the cool fact.
Yeah.
Baker and Odell were trying to be the same person. But Odell was already that person, and Baker was like, I'm coming. But because of their relationship issues, they never got there. My last point is this. House in order. This is why Baker, be careful. Watch them tears and all this. Like, watch trying to amplify this moment to make you look like the victim and look like, oh, Odell, how dare you? You remember when Hugh Jackson got called out? Who called him out? Baker. Remember when the medical staff got called out? Who called him out? Baker. Remember when Duke Johnson and his money was all getting discussed? Who started that? Baker. See, when you start talking about what's out of bounds, if I'm going to fight you, Acho, it's with these hands and knuckles. You grab a ketchup bottle, or I'm grabbing something else. And that's how it escalates. I think Pop Sr. sat there and watched how Baker Mayfield has continuously played out of bounds and finally said, well, here's the pot calling the kettle black.